What's up, YouTube? Mater here. I know I ain't been on, live on here for a while. Been pretty busy at work. Man, missed out by that much today. Gone to my local Harbor Freight to see about getting some more clamps. And they had the 44-inch, 13-drawer U.S. General toolbox in green. Hey, Eleanor. Thanks for showing up. But, yeah, they had the U.S. General toolbox, the 44-inch, 13-drawer one in green. Someone had bought it brand new. And in the very back corner where the little lip is for the where the top box goes on it, it was bent in. They had it marked down to $3.99. Manager told me if it was still there when she came back, she'd mark it down to $300. I called today, sold. I was working on the way to get over there and have someone pick it up for me. Oh. So how you doing, Eleanor? How's that trike going? Oh, been a rough day for me. Yeah, I was wanting to get it so bad because it's like, for $3.99, I mean, still $100 off. I mean, true, it was green. It's like, okay, I can deal with that. But if it was still there come Sunday, when that manager came back, she'd knock it down to $300. It's like, I hope so. But I mean, brand new, never even been assembled, just taken right out of the box. Oh, I don't know how long I'm going to be on tonight. I'm tired. Hey, Steven, how you doing? So what are you training for, Eleanor? I saw you got the part of the bottom and everything all welded together because that guy was, you know, coming over looking at it. I saw that video and everything. It's like he was going, nope, nope, you got to weld it here, and you, okay, fine. Oh, I'll put the link up. All right, I got the link up there if anybody wants to join in. That's great, Stephen. I'm glad you're home. Me, I'm just tired right now. I think I was shy of almost 39 hours for the week already. Still got one more day to go. And we got one guy, he's going to be out tomorrow, so yay, I get to be painting. Ugh. I was already doing that some today as it is. I mean, yeah, there's my hands. All the paint, some of the paint I already got on it. And I hate this chair right now. Oh, I'm going to switch over to my other one. It doesn't have the vac on it. Well, at least it's got the other. I think it's got a better footprint. That one there wants to sink in the ground. Uh, I don't know. I've been trying to get a hold of her. Let me give her a ringy dingy. I got her on speaker right now. Let's see what I have to say. What'd you do? Fall asleep? Steven's wanting to know where you're at.
I didn't know you were on.
I know. That's why I sent you a text and everything, and you didn't respond to it. Yeah, I got you on speaker while I'm live.
Okay. Give me about 5 minutes till I'll be on.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Jamie says hello.
Okay, tell Jamie hi. Tell the rest of the crew hello.
All right.
I'll talk to them later.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. She was tired today, so undoubtedly she wound up falling asleep. She didn't even get my text message or anything. So give her, like she was saying, give her about 5 minutes and she'll be on. So Jamie, how you doing tonight? You didn't like my post earlier about the about driving a Ford? I thought that was funny. Oh. So what's everybody been up to since I know I haven't been on doing a live stream past few days? Are you out there in Florida? That's right, you're out there in Florida, aren't you, Jamie? Hey, Blake. Well, to me, if you're driving a Ford, it's every month. Or even worse if you got a Chevy. Yeah, I know. I went today and here it's 280 289 a gallon for unleaded. It's like, oh brother, what is going on? No, Stephen, I don't have Instagram, so if anybody's got anything posted on that, I'm not going to see it. I don't have Instagram. I don't have TikTok. I don't have the MeWe. The only thing I've got Facebook, YouTube. That's it. That's all I've got. That's all I'm interested in now. Oh, I didn't have to wait because I wound up uh, going to lunch. I wound up going to I say my favorite redhead. I went to Wendy's today for lunch, and it was like, okay, went there because I got that little where you get the free Frosty, little junior Frosty for free for the entire year. And it's like, yeah, I'm getting my money's worth. It's about one a week. But it's like, no, I just wanted pulling into the Murphy's. I mean, I pulled right up to the pump, got out, put my card in, did all that stuff. Got $30 is what I wound up paying. But yeah, I was like, with the price of gas and everything, definitely gonna be getting the bikes out. Um, Unfortunately, I know next week we're supposed to be getting a lot of rain. So, yeah, I'll be in the car and everything. But I'm thinking since Murphy's done shut down till about 11, I don't know. I may see about firing up Fat Albert and going over and getting it filled up. Hey, Shell, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. But yeah, price of gas is going up. It's unbelievable. That's good. 60, hey, 60 cents a liter. So where is that at? Oh, Shell, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh man, I hope Froggy's okay. I know that was something that was worrying her. Yeah, Mike, I see you're in. What I also see is you got out of Facebook jail today. Finally, what someone do? Finally post bail for you? Felt sorry for you? Well, Shell, I hope that when Froggy gets back, I did find someone that I know I'm friends with on Facebook. She had something and everything, and I wound up having something sent to Froggy. Hopefully, when she gets back home, she'll do you know, the mail and everything. Um, and hopefully, she'll be doing a video on it, and maybe, hopefully, that'll make her feel better. Yeah. Oh, she did get them. Okay, good. I didn't know if if she has or not. She hadn't told me. Mike, what are we gonna do with you? You keep getting put in Facebook jail? It's like you ain't learned your lesson yet. Okay, there she is, finally.
Sorry, guys. It was like I come home, changed, and I was out. I don't even know why, but that was about 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Shell said that Froggy's dad passed this morning.
Mm,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There aren't any words.
Yeah, I know. I know what it's like because, I was at work myself when I got the word that my dad had passed away. And, I was all the way up in, of course, Shell knows, I was all the way up in Farmers Branch, or not Farmers Branch, but Carrollton, right there for 35 over by Sandy Lake Park. And that's when I got the news. And, yeah, I left work and all the way down here at Ennis.
Yeah.
And the boss said, take time, get everything taken care of, and that's what I wound up doing.
Yeah. Hi, Steven. Yeah, I just went to sleep.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. When my dad passes, that's no. You're going to have one highly emotional mess.
Yeah.
Because I'm Dad's little girl.
Yep. So. That's the way I look at it when my mom goes. Because I'm the only family that she has really right now. And I mean, she's my only family. I mean, everybody else, since I'm an only child, my mom's an only child. I've got no brothers, no sisters. The only aunt, I got one aunt that's left, and she's down in Houston. That's my dad's side. So any family that's dealing with my mom that's up here, it was all like second and third cousins and everything. So it's, distant relatives. And some of it's by marriage.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, Mike, stop saying those.
Yeah. So I've been lucky enough, neither of mine are passed. I'm on the outs with my mom right now, which is real fun because she lives in the house with me. And Dad's in an hour away, so I'm going to be a mess. That's all there is to it. I already know I'm going to be a mess.
Yeah. And Stephen, no, I have no kids because first girlfriend I had, after she had her second child, she had her tubes cut and tied. First wife, she had a full hysterectomy. And then the second wife, she had a partial. And so I guess you could say I haven't been lucky enough to be with someone that was fertile. It's not on my it's not my fault. Okay. It's always been the women's fault.
As far as I know, I wouldn't have any problems in that department, but
right. Well, you already been snipped.
Yep. But when you come across a dumbass, and
yep,
it's better to stop reproduction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, me too, Jamie.
No. In less than a month, I'm going to have the pitter patter of big feet running around the house. Actually, in less than a month, I'm going to have the pitter patter of 4 big feet running around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where you're at so far.
All right.
And that'll
work.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have quite a bit left over of this. So.
Okay.
But I still have 2 more full unused balls.
Okay.
Yep. Stephen, my children are 17 and 18. And she will be 19 September. So she'll be back at college when she turns 19. Yeah. Losing 3 jobs in 18 months does not endear you to me having more of your children. So it's like, snap. He found out I was having a tubal the day after I had my son when they said, your surgery's been postponed. The day I had my son, they said your surgery's been postponed. We had 2 emergency C-sections come in. Okay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I haven't really had a chance to do much on videos myself because I think one of the last ones I really did was when Crystal and I were at the DOH rally last month. And that was it. Because I've got things around here that I'm wanting to try and get done, but Mother Nature ain't wanting to cooperate because it's been raining so much. If anybody saw Brandon's video today when he was working on those ATVs, yeah. He's got a swamp outside of his shop. It's like, yeah, I hate to see what it's like in mine. Plus, I haven't been able to get out there to do any kind of mowing, and I got grass tall I need to get cut. But it's been raining so much, I ain't had a chance to.
Sorry, Steven.
Nah, you ain't gonna get. I ain't gonna get mad at her.
At least I'm telling him what kind of balls are unused.
Yeah. But yeah, I do have now. I will say this: that what was it last night? I wound up finding out about the Dexter Rally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, last night, yeah. Lone Star Rally down in Galveston. It's going to be the beginning of November, and I found out that Kid Six is going to be playing there. So I wound up going online, and I'm actually going to be staying. Yeah, I didn't want to miss them, so I've actually got a hotel reservation already booked for the. It's at the Microtel Inn, like 20 miles away from Galveston. I've stayed there before I went on my 2 cruises and everything, and I like the place. Actually, I like Microtel Inn. Stayed twice up in Oklahoma City. I said before I went on my last cruise, stayed at one awesome when I went to the Rock Rally about 3 years ago. They're nice. And the one thing about with this one, it's right across from the Johnson Space Center.
You know, Steven, he's not mad.
Nah, I know. Sending a message to someone.
Yeah, I barely even registered that you sent me a message. I thought it's like, okay, he's home. He'll call me and wake me up.
I went up getting home. I stopped off. It's like I was hungry because I hadn't been a while since lunch. I said my lunchtime was from 12:30 to 1:30 Central. So I was back at work at 1:30, and hey Mason. Yep. But it's like I'm going. Okay, I want something to eat. It's like what? It's like okay. I haven't had Chinese in a while, so I figured okay, I'll go to Panda. Drive-through only. I go, well, forget that. I don't feel like going through drive-through. No, I got a flame out. So, anyways, I went all the way around, and I'm going to Slatsky's. As they say, serious. Was it funny name, serious sandwich?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, yeah, I went going there, and it was like usually I get their medium deluxe original. And it's like tonight is like, forget it. Let me get the giant. It's like, well, it's Chinese for what we got around here, Mike.
It works, honey. I'm not that big a fan of it, but it's still food.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Mason, try Junkyard.
Yep, that is going to be That or tire shops. You go to
Up here, the tire shops are, yeah, you want a hubcap, it gets put back on your car, and they're jerks
right.
about having to put it back on a car.
Yeah. The junkyard is going to be your number one spot or something like that.
You're not gonna, Mason, you're not gonna find those at thrift stores. You're gonna have to go to a junkyard
Right.
to
Yeah.
find them. A thrift
Yeah.
store is
That's
gonna
all.
have.
Yeah. Flea market. You might find them at flea market, and that'd be about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you might be paying some big money for it. That's the only thing. Yeah, like I say, your junkyard and flea markets are going to be about your two best places. After that, it'd be like at a automotive swap meet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mike, no correcting the young. He's barely in his 20s.
Yeah. But that, like I said, that's the places I would say. Like I said, be your junkyards, flea markets, or a automotive swap meet. But yeah, as I was saying though, we're going to be going down there. Oh boy.
Ooh.
I bet it was. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be going down there, Galveston. I think it's actually going to be Crystal's first time of actually seeing the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
Hey Pat, how you doing?
Hi, Patch. Yeah. Oh, Shell, I'm working with your favorite yarn, the cotton scrub yarn. See if I can get it in there. Froggy hates it too. That might work, Mike. Though not a lot of places here, they don't normally have any kind of car stuff unless the guy was really big into tools and
Right.
automotive repair, or like he's retiring, or he's passed, or pissed off the wife and she's getting rid of everything in the divorce.
Yeah.
Ain't got to worry about that with me.
Yeah. That's
'Cause
true.
honestly, if it comes down to it and we split, it's going with me.
Yeah.
I'll just take the tools with me, hold them for ransom.
What tools? There's a pawn shop not that far from me.
Like I said, Mike, no corruption.
Yeah. But another thing I was going to mention on here is I do have a little bit of big news. I was actually approached. I was shocked, by the email and everything. Looks like I might be getting a sponsor on my channel. And it's like, really? So right now, I can say is I'm working out all the little details, being in contact with them, trying to, figure out what they want me to do and everything. So It's not a done deal, but I will say this that we're still in negotiations and everything. Um, I don't know, but I'm trying to get it to where um, sometime when I do a live stream and everything, that I can get the representative to join in um, and lay out all the details. Damn cigarettes. Doc, for me, it's been a busy week. Yeah, I'm get like I said, I'm a little bit shy of 39 hours when I clocked out today. I still got one more day to go.
Today was my client that I see on Tuesday and Thursdays. I go in at 8 o'clock every morning, no matter who I see. That client texted me before 7 o'clock. So I was a little upset, but not because of the condition that the client's in. And I got to the apartment building right after 7. Ooh,
Wow.
ouch.
Well, Mike, you probably weren't holding your tongue correctly then when working on them.
Yeah, I got to the apartment. I didn't do that one.
No. It's
And
PS.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And she by 7:40 she was laid down because she was so tired. She was sitting in her chair.
Fall asleep.
Oh yeah.
No.
She got up at 9. She took her medicine that she's supposed to have that does not knock her out. She was back in bed.
Wow.
You text me at what, 10:30? And said you were getting your cigarette late.
It was actually about 10:10. Yeah, usually in the morning, about 9:30, I usually will step outside for just a quick cigarette break. But I was so busy this morning with outside contractors. It was a little bit after 10 o'clock by the time I got to my 9:30 cigarette break.
And I'd been sitting on her couch and just dozing.
Yeah.
Because she got up. She was up for about 45 minutes, back down. And she laid down until 12:30, and I left right after 1 o'clock.
Yep.
Because I clocked in
That's good.
an hour.
Well, that's good, Doc. I'm glad you got that done.
One less thing to do, and on to the small stuff now.
Yep. And one thing I am going to brag about, and that's going to be Crystal. Because last night, when I left work, she knew I was going to go over to, I told her I'm heading over to Harbor Freight because with some of the, okay, I've got these are the little 6-inch quick release, clamps and everything. I picked up from there. They're like $2.99. And no, I'm not sponsored by Harbor Freight. No, that's not who it is. But anyways, with work I'm doing on that storage shed, with trying to clamp the wood and everything together, right now I've got 2 more pieces that I need to be able to basically laminate the wood together into 10-foot long pieces. Well, I've only got 12 of these, and I could use more of them. So anyways, I wound up going over there. Of course, something I already mentioned, but I know some of y'all haven't heard it. But I went up walking in, and they were out. It was like, crap. I wound up looking at their as-is section and everything. And sitting up there was the 44-inch U.S. General bottom box 13 drawer. And it's like in the very back corner on the top where your the top box sits and everything. Mind you, this was brand new, taken out of the box right then and there at the store. It had a dent in it. It was dented in maybe 1/4 of an inch. Right there in that one little corner. They had it marked down from $4.99 to $3.99. Well, I decided to take a chance, and I called the bear. I called Jeff from Den Tools, told him what I found. He was very nice about it. Of course, I apologized to him, saying, hey, I don't call the guy. Okay, the only time I talk to him is on his Sunday night chat, live stream. But as far as actually talking to him on the phone, I really don't do that. I try to be nice and polite about it. But last night when I saw that, it's like, hey, I got to call him. And I told him what I found. And he was saying that's about what they have them for on sale. He said, talk to the manager, see if they would come down more. So I did that. I thanked him and everything. He was a real nice guy. So I talked to the manager. They said, well, we just marked it down today. Manager said, if it's still, she's going to be actually off Friday and Saturday, so she's coming back Sunday, and she's actually going to pick up those clamps and everything from me from a different store and bring them in. She said, if they still had it by Sunday, she'd mark it down to $300. It's like, okay. So I want to call in when I got home and everything. I called and talked to Crystal, told her about it. Guys, Crystal was going, you ain't bought it yet. She was telling me you didn't buy it.
Eleanor.
Good night, Eleanor. Thanks for being here. I tell you guys, Crystal, she really is something when a guy is talking about wanting to buy tools and she's going, you ain't bought it yet? What the hell's wrong with you?
Especially when he told me what the discount stuff was, I was like, yeah, that's normal. And you're like, I don't know. It's like, and why are you not putting it in your workshop right now?
Yeah. I mean, tell me, guys, how many women are out there that would actually tell you to buy it? Yeah.
I am.
I know. And that's one thing I love about her. I mean, she's very special. I mean, she knows that that's a good deal and everything. She knows I'm trying to get my tools all built up, and that would be perfect to do. Jamie, yeah, well, you're not a normal female. You're a gearhead. That's one reason why. But yeah, I mean, that, like I said, that's one thing I love about Crystal is like she was going, it's not in the car yet.
Yeah, and see, I'm not a gearhead, but I understand most gearheads.
Right.
So, yeah, I can't wait for you to meet Dad. That's going to be, oh my Lord, that's going to be something.
Yeah.
We know, Shell,
That'll be,
but we love you anyway.
Yep. Yeah, of course, that's going to be July 4th weekend.
Yeah, well, no, Jamie, what we're talking about by normal female is when you go to the traditional gender split roles. Right now, since I'm crocheting, I'm considered normal because I'm doing a homemaker type activity.
Female stuff.
Yeah.
Normal.
No.
Normal female.
Taking care of the house, stuff like that.
Right. Right.
But I also, if it needs be, I can get out there and do it, and I don't care. I'll take care of what I need to do to get stuff done.
Yeah, but that's, like I said, that's what I'm talking about is that's one thing about her that makes me feel good. And like I say, she was going, it's like,
Michelle, and the thing is, just because you have it, he got it because you had the set, but you knew how to use it. That's why he
Yeah.
got you. Now, I have the set. I know how to use it. Or, well, I need to redo my sets because I've got a hodgepodge. But I know how to use them. Now, I have some cousins that they grew up in my uncle's garage. They still can't use them. And I'm like, how in the ever-loving do you grow up in a 40-foot tall 30 by 60 garage and not learn how to do basic maintenance on a car?
yeah.
And by that I mean checking the oil. Yep. Now I can't use a soldering gun, so that's out.
I can do that. It's been a while, but I can still do it.
Show me how.
It takes a little, time and practice on it. I mean, each way is going to be totally different.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of sewing, did you get that Kenmore or not?
No, I sent the guy a message saying that wanted to discuss it with you first and see what you had to say about it. You gonna shock shell on it? I'll let you.
Oh, I'm gonna pull it up.
Well, that's
But yeah,
personal choice, Jamie. All right, I'll be right back. I left my drink in the house.
All right, Michelle. He found it's a Kenmore sewing machine from the early mid 40s to the early 50s. It's the model 117-552, and he found it for $20. Everything's included. It's not running, but yeah. Shell, if I do end up marrying, then I will be beating you on how long it took me, because I will be 42 in June. So, and I told him, I said, that's something that if you want to get it, you can get it, and we can work on the motor and get it up and running. I know people at my dad's apartment building that if I said I had that and I would bring it up to them, which is a 3.5 hour drive, they would pay me their monthly rent. And some of them pay, my dad pays $3. Some of them pay $150. Some of them pay higher than he does because they're income based. So I told him, I said, go for it. He didn't listen because he would have to help me fix the engine on it. But yeah.
All right, what did I miss?
Nothing.
Okay.
I showed the picture and she said it was cool. And if we do end up getting married, then I'll have her beat on the longest time it took to get married. Because right now she's 10 years younger than me when she got married.
Ah. I
But
was, don't remember how old I was first time. I'm doing the math.
Yep, that's right, Shell. If you don't know who you are, then when it comes to being in a relationship, if you don't know who you are as an individual, then trying to be with someone as a equal couple, it's not gonna work.
36.
Okay, so she still
Yeah.
got her beat.
Yeah.
'Cause
I was 36. Yeah, I was 36 when I got married first time.
now it's more common for guys to wait to be in their 30s.
Yeah.
It's common for women to marry before they're 25.
My mom was 27. And of course, my dad, he was 10 years older. So, I mean, he was 37.
Yeah.
Of course, the day that they got married, I never did understand. But it worked. They got married on Friday, June the 13th. Yeah, they got married on Friday the 13th.
Read Shell's chat and tell her what Dad said.
Same thing. Yeah. Talking about being, being hard-headed and stubborn.
Yep. And the entire time I was just sitting there laughing.
Ooh. Damn, Wayne. Talk about getting married early. Hey, was that a shotgun wedding?
Well, you have to think that Wayne's of an older generation, older than
I
you,
know.
but in the same generation. So that was kind of common, especially in the area. If he
Right.
still lives in the area where his parents were at.
Up there in the hills.
Yep. Yeah. I've got a cousin-in-law, I think, has a birthday on the 10th of June.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't seen or talked to that cousin or his wife in
Yeah.
since before Chris was a year old.
Wow.
Yeah. And they live up by Liberal, Kansas. Mm-hmm.
All right. But yeah, I know that was the common thing. Was it Jeff Dunham when he's talking with Bubba J and everything? And Bubba J was going, "Well, sir, I know I'm late." And at that time, his girlfriend's father goes, well, "Guess who else is late too?"
Oops.
Yep. Uh-oh.
No.
Thank you, Adam. Adam, I guess he's being a troll in there.
I'll take that troll over some of the others that you've had.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah, Doc. Walter is my favorite. Jamie, are you talking
Get out of here.
that passed away from cancer, or are you talking about the jokes that Major's popping out?
Yeah, I like Jeff Dunham.
I do too. He's cool. First time I heard him, I was like,
Yep.
"Dude, oh my lord. Oh."
What about Peanut?
The first act of his I ever heard was Akbar.
Oh,
Before
you're talking about I
Yeah.
kill you.
exactly before he came
Yeah.
back. Before Akbar came back as a zombie or dead guy or whatever you want to call it.
He was the dead terrorist.
Ah,
Yeah, he was a dead terrorist.
jalapeno and a steak.
Yeah,
No, it's
Ahmed, the dead. Yeah, it's Ahmed, the dead terrorist.
All right, Jamie, you have a good day, and
All right,
I hope
take it
everything
easy.
gets working how you need it.
Yep. But yeah, with the jalapeno on the steak. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if Peanut is kind of like you after having a few monster drinks, the way he's so hyper and everything. Actually, no, I'd probably be like him if I had a couple of them energy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go bonga, 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 all over the place.
Well, see, my energy drinks are more like your coffee. That's where I get
Yep.
my caffeine.
Yep.
So,
Oh, I get my caffeine and everything from the Cokes and everything else, of course. Good old nicotine.
yeah, but not as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, an 8-ounce cup of coffee has as much caffeine as a 12-ounce Coke. So you get
Yep.
more caffeine per cup with coffee until you cut it down
Right.
with the creamer and sugar and stuff.
Yep.
See, Doc, I like Monster, Rockstar. We have one down here called Venom. I don't know if it's made its way up there. And we have one called Old Glory that actually is made and produced here in Oklahoma. Found that out the fun way. I cannot drink a Red Bull. I will be asleep in 30 minutes. And I had a boss test me on that. Because we were getting ready for inventory, and so we had to go from the top shelf all the way down to where we can. Okay, yeah, Venom. I mean, everything that I drink is not the best because Red Bull is supposed to be the best, but Red Bull knocks me out. He said, "What flavor do you want?" And I got. Oh, I think it was. Oops, sorry. It was the coconut. Tasted good. Half an hour later, I'm sitting here at the register helping customers. I had a customer say, "You need, yeah," because I stayed up there and everybody else hit the floor to do all the arranging and everything for inventory. Even the district was there.
Now, talking
And
about Venom, yeah, I was gonna say talking about Venom and everything. You know they're having the Venom Part 2 movie come out.
nice.
Yeah, and another movie trailer I saw is for the Hitman's wife's bodyguard.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, Selma Hayek. It's going to be Antonio Banderas.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of. Yeah. So it's like, okay. And I like the first one. It was like, the Hitman's bodyguard? Yes.
And I bet you anything, Selma Hayek's the wife.
Yep, she is the wife, but she is the wife of the Hitman, which was Samuel L. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
But the bodyguard is Ryan Reynolds. He's the one that has to protect both of them. Yep.
Doc, they've got good flavors. And ooh.
No
Ouch.
problem, Jamie.
Yeah, do what you need to do, hun. You know us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just flat out Red Bull, whatever they make it with. It will put me to bed.
Right.
I can take a Red Bull and I will go to sleep on you. I don't care what's going on. I will go to sleep on you. Majority of the time, there's a few things I haven't tested out.
Right. And of course, that's one thing with Crystal. She knows. For me, first thing in the morning, she'll ask, "Have you had your coffee yet?" I go, "Not yet. Working on it."
All right. That nap was good, but apparently it's going to play havoc with my leg.
This is not bad.
What is that? Oh, the Slotskis?
Right, Slotsky's. But while I was waiting for the sandwich and everything, the man looked over. It's like, okay, I'm getting thirsty. I should have ordered me a drink. And I looked over, and they have the unsweet tea, sweet tea. Then right next to it, they had peach mango.
Yeah, I've had it. It's not bad.
Right. But I asked them, I was like, how much, would be for a drink and everything. And I guess it was the manager was saying it was like $2 something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wow. That's because I was thinking about, trying that peach mango tea. She actually gave me a cup, says, get it.
Yeah.
No charge. She did say, though, that it is unsweet.
Yeah, because they're counting on the juices from the flavoring.
Right, from the peach and the mango, right. So I just got a cup full of ice. Oh, this is about the only time I'll get ice is when I get tea, because I know it's usually hot.
Yeah.
Or it's kind of lukewarm, whatever. So I got some of that. I think I got about 2/3 of that, and the rest of it was sweet tea to kind of help it out. It's not bad.
Yeah, from Panda Express, we've gotten that jasmine tea that they've had.
Right.
It's not bad. And they had one. Can't remember the brand, but it was Plumberry is what they called it. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to try some stuff out. Uh-oh.
Huh? Popeye went live. I'll have to watch that later.
I'll have to try some stuff.
Yeah. Usually that's the biker news and everything I'll watch on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of ideas on tea, but I have to double check on how to make it because I would love it if I can get fresh or even, day old raspberries to do a raspberry tea or raspberry or blackberry tea.
Ooh, that would be good.
Yeah. But because I remember having the raspberry at Panda and that was good. Needed more raspberry, but it was still good.
Yeah. Now, today at work or lunch, I wound up, I said I want going to see my favorite redhead. And, yeah. Anyways, I go in there, it's like, okay, I know I get the peach raspberry fused tea. All right, Doc, you take it easy. Appreciate you being here. I appreciate it.
Have a good night, Doc.
Yep. Yeah, we did, Shell. You want to jump in here? You get the link posted again.
Yeah.
Huh? There's a link if you want to hop in here, Shell. Oh, did you tell her how much that guy wanted for the
$20?
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, "Ooh, okay."
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to get it and we work on it, get it running again, that's no problem.
Okay. I'll have to get with the guy and see about maybe meeting up tomorrow night since getting off early,
Yeah.
which is Friday, so I get off at 5 o'clock. So Mesquite's not really that far away, depending upon what part of Mesquite. As long as I don't have to go anywhere near Redbird, or not Redbird, but Town East Mall.
I have no idea where that is.
It's sitting over. Shell knows where Town East Mall is. I know for a fact. But it's over on 635 between Highway 80 and I-30. Traffic is always backed up in that area. Yeah.
Shell, you're always working.
All right, Shell, I got a good question for you. What movie was filmed in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and they filmed part of it at Town East Mall? Let's see if she can figure that one out. Actually, I don't need to do that. We do something else.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Because I know the name of the movie. I've seen it. Oof. I didn't realize it was that old of a movie.
How old?
You were in... Yes. 1978.
Before my time.
Before you were even thought of.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't even... I don't even think you were a sparkle in your mom's eye. Uh-oh. We talked her into it.
You seem to forget I'm old.
Hi, Shell.
Hang
Hey.
on, whoops. There we go. I'm learning all the buttons.
I'm telling you, you don't want to go to Town East Mall. It's not a bad mall, but 635 is a nightmare.
Yeah. She knows
The
all
only
about
thing worse than 635 is the high five.
The high five's not really all that bad.
Well, it's not now, but when I lived there, they were still doing the construction on it, and it was a nightmare.
Right, yeah. Now, I can tell you a mall you don't want to go near, and that's the old Redbird Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gotten changed. I mean, I don't even think Sears is even in there anymore.
But see, I thought I was your favorite redhead. And that's a joke. That is a joke.
I'm going to plead the fifth on that one.
No, it's a joke. It's a joke, honey. Well, my hair's not
Yeah.
really red, so, it's okay to say no. I'll tell you
It's auburn.
something's good. No, my hair's actually brown with auburn highlights. I dye it red.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah. But Crystal,
Yes,
get
dear.
the Simply lemonade, the raspberry lemonade,
Mm-hmm.
and put raspberries and blueberries in it. Not blueberries, raspberries and blackberries. Crush them a little bit, bruise them, and put them in there. I buy the frozen ones and put them in there. And of course, they're great in tea also.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing something like the fruit infusion that you do for the water.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. But instead of buying that expensive
Yeah.
I use this cup right here. And I just pour the frozen fruit in,
Mm-hmm.
and I knock it around with a spoon because it'll bruise it
Yeah.
somewhat.
And that'll get them a juice.
Put the water or the lemonade or the tea in and let it sit. And then if it freezes all together, take a spoon and hit on it to kind of knock it apart. It is the greatest.
Okay.
It is really good.
That'll work.
hmm
Okay, then I got a question for you. Okay, in the movie Cotton Candy, what was the name of the band that the group Cotton Candy had to beat in the band war?
I really don't know because it's been so long since I've seen that movie. So
Rapid
long.
Fire. Yeah,
'cause
Rapid
that
Fire.
was I was 14 years old when that movie was made.
Well, you're only a year older than me. I was 13.
Yeah, because it was made in 1978.
Actually, I was
Yep.
13 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I say you ain't that much older than me.
Nope. Now, are you 56 yet?
Yes,
I'm
he's
already
already had his
56.
birthday.
That's what I'm
Yep.
saying. I'm asking, when's your birthday?
In February.
What day?
Double deuce.
Okay, I am 1 year and 23 days older than you. I turned 57 on January 30th.
Ah. Okay.
But see, I'm 3 years, 10 months, and 29 days older than my husband.
Well, I'm what, 14 and how many months older than you? Or 14 years and how many? Yeah, 14 years and how many months?
14 years, 3 months, and 22, 12 days.
Okay.
So, but Crystal, my father actually cried when I walked in the house with the engagement ring on my hand because he never thought I would get married. Not that he didn't think that anybody would want me. He thought I was too independent to say yes to anybody.
Oh no, my dad's sitting there because I let Dad talk to him about boomsticks,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden are you sure you want to hook up with this girl? She's stubborn as an old mule. And I'm like, oh my Lord, Dad, shut up. I finally found a decent one.
Well, you know how my dad knew I was serious?
Ooh.
I always said if you wanted to marry me, you had to buy me an emerald.
Yep.
Nice.
I walked in with an emerald. My dad cried because he knew what it meant.
I haven't told him my favorite stone. I've told him what I prefer when
Mhm.
it comes to colors, but not my favorite stone.
Well, my older sister, went traditional with a diamond. My twin had a sapphire, and I had an emerald. And Craig's wedding band has a garnet in it, which is my birthstone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what is your favorite one then?
Well,
Tell us.
she just named it off, but it's not hers.
It's a sapphire,
Oh,
then.
garnet.
Yep.
A garnet?
No,
That's my
sapphire.
birthstone. Or sapphire.
Sapphire.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, my son's birthstone is garnet. My mother.
January.
Yep. My kid brother and sister that are 20 years older than my son are the same one.
You have told me.
No.
Hint, hint.
No. Yeah, but I didn't send the blue, did I? I thought I sent the purple.
Yeah. Well, my daughter's is a sapphire. My son is a December.
Topaz.
Topaz. I was thinking turquoise. I'm like, that is not it. It starts with a T, but what is it? Yeah. And it's funny. my birthday's January 30th. Craig's is November 29th.
Mm.
Gage is September 1st. Jeremy is December 1st. So we needed October 31st to complete the time from one to the other, from September to the January. I got pregnant the third time and I was due October 31st. Now,
Ooh.
unfortunately, I had a miscarriage, but we came really close to having that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, mom's
Kristen,
is
yeah.
2'9".
Go ahead, sweetie.
Mine is 6'5", legally 6'5", but I was actually born on the 6th of June.
Mm-hmm.
So mine's Alexandrite.
Right. Well, it was my grandfather's. He was born on June 13th.
Yeah. And then daughter,
Mm-hmm.
my daughter and my grandmother are September. Daughter, she's a Labor Day baby.
Did you had her on Labor Day?
I went into labor on Labor Day.
What year? What year?
2002.
I had Gage on Labor Day, 1997.
Ooh, year I got out of high school.
Yep, she was born on Monday, the 1st of September.
She is 9'4", and I went in. I checked in at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he examined me. He said, "You have a hard water sac."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Okay, so what does that mean?" He pulled out a little tool. He goes, "I get to go poke."
Oh.
I said, "Oh, gee, thanks."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You ready to have the kid by noon, by lunchtime?" I said, "Yeah." 11:56 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I had my daughter.
Well, Gage was the day that Princess Diana died.
Mm-hmm.
I felt uncomfortable most of the day.
Yeah.
And just something wasn't right. Didn't want to eat. Finally ate at 3:30 in the morning, went to bed. At 6 o'clock, I woke up, turned over, and my water broke.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had her later that night. But we planned our children. Planned them out. They are 27 months to the day apart. And that was on purpose. Now, the dates were on purpose because she wasn't due until the 9th, and I had her the 1st. He was due the 6th, and I had him the 1st. So they're 27 months apart to the day.
Ooh.
That was actually pretty good because they grew up best friends.
Yeah.
Now, I used to always tell her, one of these days, he's going to be bigger than you and meaner than you, and he's going to hurt you. Because she could be mean to him.
Oh yeah, so can my daughter.
Yep.
She's 5'8" and a quarter. Got to get the quarter.
Yeah.
And he's 6'5".
Yep.
And
I'm 5'5.5". She's 5'7", and he is 6 foot.
Yeah.
Which for my family is tall, and for Craig's family is tall.
My grandfather on my dad's side was 6'6".
No, my grandfather was 6'1", and he was the tallest man in our family.
My mother's grandfather was 6'4", and I have two first cousins on mom's side that are 6'8".
Now I have a stepbrother who is 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
His older brother, the one that's next to him, is 5'4".
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a cousin. She's just over 3 months younger than me. Last time I got any measurements, she has two older brothers. It goes 6'1", 6'8", 5'10".
Wow.
Yep.
But what I find such a shame, until my daughter and my niece were born or grew up, I was the tallest woman in my family. My daughter's 5'7", my niece is 5'8". The tallest kids in the family, tallest woman in the family.
The aunt who has of those the mother of those three that I just named off.
Mm-hmm.
She's 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, it's funny. Is my brother-in-law is his aunts are all 6 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
His dad was 5'8", and he's 5'8".
Yeah, I think.
Or no, excuse me, he's 5'7".
I think her husband's like 5'10",
Mm-hmm.
but they're out in Arkansas, so
Well, Craig is 5'11", and Jeremy's 6 feet tall.
why not?
And I just
I'm
brought
happy
him
at
home
5'9" and a half.
Well, I brought Jeremy home this week. He, finished his classes, did really good in his
Yay!
classes.
Good.
He'll be a senior next year. So,
Yay!
and then, he'll be an alumnus of the Wolfpack, which makes me happy. And you know what the best thing about that school is? In-state
What's that?
tuition. In-state
Yep.
tuition. Actually, I can't say that. It is a very good school. And one of the things I really like about it, most schools depend on outside sources for their food. If you have chicken or eggs or milk at that school,
Mm-hmm.
it came from that school. All the vegetables you have are grown at that school. It's
Wow.
the State University of North Carolina, but its actual name is the North Carolina State University. Wait a minute. The North Carolina, let me see. I got to think of how this goes. North
Don't
Carolina,
train last week.
North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University.
Yep.
It is the top engineering school in the state, but it's also the top agricultural school in the state.
Yeah. Oklahoma State University they literally have cows, horses, and pigs.
Mhm.
There.
Yeah, they do there also.
Yeah, and the way I go to my daughter's school, the road that I take, I literally turn right around a church, go around the backside of the church.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm driving, I got cows to the left, horses to the right, then I got pigs to the left, and there is a chicken farm.
Well, if you go into the there's an ice cream shop in Tally Hall where the student union is, and then if you go into any of the dining halls, your milk is Howling Cow milk, and it's the Howling Cow Dairy,
which is on site.
Which is on site because it's the Wolf Pack, so it's the Howling Cow. And but one of the greatest things, I posted a picture on my Facebook, and if you go and look at my pictures on Facebook, you'll see it. And I say I ran into an old friend, and I've got my arms around a statue. I posted it. My mother-in-law liked it, and then she sent me a message and said, "Who is that?" It's a statue of Jim Valvano, who was the coach when they won the NCAA championship in 1983. And he died of cancer, and he has the Jimmy V Foundation where they're fighting for a cure for cancer. They do all kinds of things, and they're very active. And Jim Valvano is a hero in North Carolina because he took the Wolfpack to the state university. You looking at the picture?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's great. He is a great basketball coach. I remember him. And it was really sad when he died. But it's funny. And you'll get this joke, Mater. It's not a joke, but this guy that Craig used to work for, he moved here from Texas. And his wife went to school in College Station. So I don't have to tell you what school she went to. Okay? He could never get her. Wait a minute. He could never get her to like North Carolina State. And he couldn't figure out why. And I looked at him and I said, I know why. He says, why? I said, because this, which is the wolf, is too close to this.
Mm-hmm.
Hook 'em horns.
Yep.
She liked the Aggies. She's not going to like anything that's even close to the Hook 'em horns.
Yep.
I said, she doesn't like this. She doesn't like the Wolfpack. Because he went, ow!
Mm-hmm.
And he went, I think you're right. And he went and asked her, and she said, yeah, she's exactly right.
Yeah, see, and up here, you take your finger and your thumb and you shake them left to right.
Mm-hmm.
For instead of doing the dipping for the hook 'em horns,
Mm-hmm.
because oh god, it's about 15 years ago. I've been in Oklahoma City 20 years, over 20 years, and the part that I was living and working in then was very, very Oklahoma University.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't.
What's
They
he
didn't
making?
care.
Michelle,
Kurt.
what's hubby making?
I don't know. What you making? He says he's not making anything. I think he's digging for leftovers.
Perfect.
I want some.
He made me pizza sauce last night and made homemade pizza.
Ooh, yum.
It
But
was good.
somebody did the hook 'em horns
Mm-hmm.
outside of a bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hook 'em horn sounds better than Boomer Sooner.
Thank you. I completely agree with that, and I agreed with that before my daughter went to OSU.
You know, I just like the Red River Shootout.
But somebody did the hook 'em horns outside one of the bars,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't make it to the hospital.
Of course, do you know the directions to Ann Arbor?
Mm-mm.
North till you smell it, west till you step in it. Because Ann Arbor is northwest of Columbus, and we used to have bumper stickers that said "We call it corn" because their colors are maize and blue.
Oh,
We call it corn,
yeah.
and I just know all kinds of different things like that about Michigan. And the thing of it is, Michigan has a good football program. I will give them that all day long, but you have to throw out good team, bad team. It doesn't matter when it's Michigan and Ohio State because it's blood for blood,
Mhm.
and it's 6-1 half dozen of the other who's going to win.
That makes
Because it is the greatest rivalry in college football history.
Yep.
And
Mason's
you can
telling you hi, Shell.
Hi, Mason. You can take a team that is and whatever from either college, and they will beat the other college just because it's a grudge match. Mason, we haven't been on for a while because Froggy's dad was very, very sick, and he passed away yesterday morning. So that's why we haven't been on. We will, after everything settles, we will be back on. And we miss y'all. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. And you said that Froggy liked what I had sent to her.
Yes, she loved them. Loved them.
And it was supposed to be, I wanted it as a surprise because it was like, I saw them from, like I said, someone that I know on Facebook here.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually has them on her vest. And I asked her where she got them at,
Mm-hmm.
and she was telling me, she says, okay, how many are there? It's like, there's 5. Okay, I want 5 of them, but I need them sent somewhere.
Yeah, and she said, I don't know who these are from. I don't recognize the name. And she pulled them out, and she's like, I bet you these are from Mater. And she looks at the envelope and said, yeah, they came from Grand Prairie. They must be from Mater.
Yep. Well, I sent her a message saying I sent something to her, but it has someone else's name on it.
Right. She absolutely loves them, Mater. Absolutely loves them. So we were
Thank you.
on Zoom for a little while today. Not long, but just long enough for her to update me and what everything was going on.
Right.
Good.
And, she went to bed, Mason, but I will make sure she knows. I will let her know because I am going to talk to her tomorrow morning.
Okay.
We'll get the final details and everything. Now, we in the Yarn Mafia are going to send flowers.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I will let you know where it's at or whatever, what's going on. I think it's going to be Wednesday, but I'm not sure.
Is there any way I can send you
Yeah.
a little bit of?
Well, that's
something?
why I said we in the Yarn Mafia are going to send flowers with
Okay.
that. That was the indication there that,
Okay.
yeah, you can. Because, we can include you guys in the Yarn Mafia too. Now, you know who the Yarn Mafia is, Mater?
I got a feeling I know most of them, but I probably
Yeah.
don't know all of them.
There's not a lot. James from the Perkins Life,
Yeah.
Right.
Noodly Bits,
Right.
Bocce,
I tell you one other one. I know
and
one
me.
for sure. That's Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But yeah,
PM me and I'll slide you some tomorrow to help with payment and stuff for it.
yeah. Well, I'll find out what's going on because I got to talk to Donna when Donna gets off work tonight, and I'll find all the details out. But we've already planned on doing that. We talked about it early this morning.
Okay. Well, I'll slide you some
Send me,
from.
yeah, send me an instant message and let me know, and I'll send some funds that way to help out.
Yeah, because that's no problem. I just want to go ahead and get it all done and get everything ready.
Tell her, and tell her from me. I'm sorry to hear about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I already did because I was actually talking to her when I was talking to you earlier. Because that's when she told me she got the patches and she told me what they were and that she loved them.
Before I woke up?
Okay.
Yeah, before you woke up.
Yeah.
Oh, yesterday? I didn't feel good yesterday. I slept probably off and on for 20 hours.
Yep.
Wow.
Because, and when I don't feel
I
good, I don't feel good.
Yeah, see, I was dozing at the client's house this morning. That was around 10 o'clock when he texted me. I came home and I repacked my bag. So I've got it for what I need to do tomorrow. Sat down, curled up, and went to sleep. And that was about 6.
Right.
So, and he woke me up at what, 8:30?
A little bit after 8.
Something like that.
Probably
So I got in.
Quarter after 8.
I got in a solid 2 hours, and I don't know why.
I don't know. Well, see, Craig had been sick, and Gage was sick, and then I got sick. I'm like, Jeremy, don't you get sick?
Yeah, he get it.
Well, that poor kid. He took his last exam on Monday. It wasn't due until Tuesday. But what we found out was that his professor had pushed the exam out. He actually had to be out of his dorm by Tuesday morning by 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So we left here at 6 o'clock Tuesday morning and drove to Raleigh to pick him up.
Yeah.
Nice, Mason.
Yeah, my daughter had to be out May 8th by noon. Her boyfriend was going to grab my son and go up there and move her out.
Right.
Her best friend's parents both have trucks.
Right.
They showed up, one at each dorm, and said, "All right, let's go."
Right.
Gave them 2 30-gallon tote boxes, one for each girl, and said, throw it all in there, grab your bag and tag your shirts and stuff, and go to town.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris
Well-
could not help him because he was at school.
Right. And,
Yep.
Jeremy, he's supposed to have been given 24 hours after his last exam was due, which would have meant Thursday or Wednesday, and we could have picked him up no problem. Well, it turns out that it wasn't 24 hours because the guy moved the exam on him.
Mm,
So, not his fault, but still had to go and get him out of there.
yeah.
And that's what we did.
Good old
I
Timmy
borrowed
Hagar.
my friend's SUV because mine's still not running, and the car we have isn't big enough because we had to get his bike and everything.
Yeah.
Thank God the wheel comes off of his bike. The front wheel comes off the bike,
Mm-hmm.
so you can put it in the car. But yeah, we got everything in there and got out. We were done by 9:30.
Yay.
Wow.
Well, he had
Good.
everything packed.
Yeah.
And it was cool. And it's an hour and a half to Raleigh. Not really far.
But it's still a pain when you got to shoot up there, grab, and leave that
Mhm.
quick.
Right.
Yeah, see, next Friday, my client that I was with today, she's moving to a nursing home. Her
Mhm.
choice. So I'm going to be putting my stuff or her stuff in my car, going about 30, 40 miles across town to take
Mhm.
her stuff in and get her moved in. And then go back to her apartment, double check everything, grab her cat, and hand off the keys.
Mm-hmm.
And I know if I tell my boss that I'm doing that, she's gonna tell me, you're not to do that. I'm not gonna let her know until the last minute because
Yeah.
this client needs a lot more help than I can give her because I'm only scheduled like 17 hours in a week. She needs 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mason,
so
yeah, I know you bought that CD and everything. I know that when Crystal and I were at that bike rally, I wound up buying the soundtrack for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
cool.
That way we could listen to that on the way back. And
So,
then wound up buying Steve Miller.
Crystal, what kind of hooks do you use?
Right now I'm using the Prim,
Mhm.
or PYRM,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
I get the Hobby Lobby Yarnology with the same type of head
Right.
on them.
Okay, you see this?
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, that's a clover.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you can see, but that is a brushed metal head.
I actually have one.
Okay, so you know what clovers look like.
Yeah, the one I have is the gold with the flat handle.
Okay, and that's fine. So there's this company in China was saying that they were selling these real clovers.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the difference?
Yeah, the way the head is made is different, period.
See,
And it's
it's
not
taller.
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
the
Okay.
the
If you look
throat
here,
is different and it's not
let me see.
there you go.
There-
The holes
There you
are
go.
different,
Yeah.
and the size of where it's imprinted is different.
Yeah.
You turn them around.
There you
The
go.
Other way,
black it has black on the fake one and three little holes, and
Uh-huh.
a real clover has 2 squares in a hole, and you can't see it on here, but right under that hole it says Japan on a real clover, and that's missing from here.
Yeah.
So I ordered 2 sets, one for me and one for Donna. I got my fake set the other day, requested a refund from the seller and got it.
Yay.
And they wanted me to take my bad review down. I said not till it shows up in my bank account. And now I said I may. I didn't say I would.
Yeah.
I said, but not until it shows up in my bank account. Well, Donna got her hooks today, and they're fakes also.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, the back of this, instead of saying optimal, says optimal. The T is an L, and instead of crocheting, it says crochetling.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Ling. So they said, well, send us a picture of what you got, and we'll decide if they're authentic or not. So I sent them 5 pictures.
Ooh.
I showed them what the real ones look like and what the fake ones look like, and told them, you better send me a refund back. Now, mine aren't even the right colors for a clover. Now, what Donna got are, but they're still wrong. They're still the wrong hooks.
Oh, man.
And I said, clovers are brushed metal. They're not polished metal.
Yeah.
So they had that matte finish on them.
Mm-hmm.
I said that they have a shorter hook. And I pointed out the differences in the packaging. I said, these are not. And I said, don't tell me that they are. This is what I said. I've got to read this email to you because I had Froggy laughing.
Rolling.
Butt off. Yes.
Good. She needs a little bit of laughter.
I am attaching 5 photos. The photo labeled genuine clover packaging shows the back of a real clover package, and it has the words optimal and crocheting spelled correctly. The photo labeled packaging is a photo of the package that the fake hooks that from you came in. The word that is supposed to be optimal is spelled optimal, and the word that is supposed to be crocheting is spelled crocheting. This proves that the package is fake. The photo labeled front of the hook shows a genuine clover hook in brown. I put in parentheses, I already had this hook, next to a green hook I received from you. While both have the size imprinted on the front, the fake hook has a hole in it that is not on a real clover hook. The hooks are also shaped differently, and the clover has not changed the shape of their hooks. The photo labeled back of the hook shows that the green one from you is stamped in black with the hook size, something that is missing from a genuine clover hook because clover does not put the size on the back in black ink. A genuine hook has 2 square holes and a small round hole in the back, and below the holes is the word Japan imprinted on the plastic. Your fake hook has 3 round holes in a row and is missing the word Japan. The photo labeled hook head shows that a genuine clover hook has a brushed metal head that is short. The short hook is standard for on a clover. Your fake hook has a polished metal head that is actually longer than the clover hook. It is really noticeable. It is obvious to anyone who owns genuine clover hooks that yours are fake. I know my pointing out where you screwed up will help you perfect your fakes. I expect a refund of the full purchase price. I questioned you even before I received these hooks since there had been a rash of fake hooks being sold from China, and you assured me that your hooks are genuine. You lied. If you do not refund my money, I will escalate this with Amazon, and you will lose your selling privileges. I'll put up with that BS.
Good.
Yep.
I caught a couple of days ago. Miss Wanda
Yeah.
has. She was doing a.
Katrina. Thank you.
She hiding? Because she's not
I guess
in chat.
Katrina's hiding because I just got the notification that she subbed.
Oh, cool.
Well, she can hide in chat all she wants.
Fair.
Yeah.
But anyway, what about Wanda?
She was doing a yarn sale, and I did purchase a few things, and they
I
are
brought back
going.
some good coffee.
They're going to Mater's house, so I don't have to worry about that. I screwed up and bought pink. You know me and pink, but
well, if she's selling her yarn good, she'll make some money.
Yep. And somebody had mentioned something about if she had gotten in her fake clovers. That was the first I had heard of it.
Yeah, no, this is I know because I follow the Secret Yarnery on Facebook and they were talking about it. That's how I know about
Ah,
them. Mm-hmm.
see, my hooks I bought off my metals. I bought off Wish, and I got my
Mm-hmm.
bamboo off there too.
Now, I'm not, these fake clovers may actually be nice hooks because, having a generic set of clover hooks is good.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. I'm
they
not
look
clover
like
hooks, but a generic set of hooks, they can be very good as
yeah, they
long
look
as they're
like generic
ergonomic.
boys.
Yeah,
It-
they do. And they're ergonomic, which is great. There's no problem with that. Just don't say they're clovers when they're
They're
not.
not. Yeah, don't label what. Don't label your substitutes when they're not.
Yeah, I mean, because that doesn't mean I won't use these or I won't give them to somebody who will use them because they're probably fine. Just don't lie about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my thing. But anyway, somebody asked her about her fake hooks. Did she say anything?
Mm-hmm. She said, I have not gotten them in yet.
Mm-hmm.
But when she does, she's going to ask Amazon for a replacement.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there listening like, what the hell is going on?
Well, and she can get them as, that way, but she needs to make sure that, it depends on who her seller is, how, if she got it from Fei, which is FEIW, they'll probably give it to her right away. But if she got them from Page Down, she may have to fight for it. And I hope she does, because the more people who complain and the more people who complain to Amazon, the better off it is for all of us.
Yeah.
But anyway, I go on Amazon today and they have clover hook set 10 sizes, ships from Amazon, sold by Amazon, so they're not fakes. Those are the real ones. Okay. For $31.44.
What are they at Michael's? Because I know Michael's does have a set.
I don't know. Let me look real quick. But I paid $31 for one set and $28 for another that were the fake ones, and I'm getting all my money back. So I went ahead and ordered a pair of the real ones for Donna, because Donna's never had a clover. And I've got a set of clovers, so it's not that I need a set, but I want a set to take out of the house and a set to always keep in the house.
Yeah, you want
and if you
regular and a traveling.
Yeah, and I'm pulling up Michael's, so just a second.
Okay.
Go away. OCH.
So what's hooks? All right, Shell.
Yeah.
All right, here's my question. Is, since I'm not that familiar with it, what is so special about the clover hooks?
Okay, I'll explain here in just a second. Let me answer her question first.
Grandpa's Adventure Sub. Thank you.
Oh, they must be watching too.
Yeah.
So anyway, the clover hooks are $79.99 at Michael's.
Yeah.
Which is that's normal.
Yeah, that's on par with what I've seen.
And because they're on sale. And, if you get a 50% off coupon, you can get it for half price. That's great.
Yeah.
There's a lot that you can get for the half price or whatever, and it's great if you can do that. Donna has a set of ergonomic cheap hooks she got that are just like these.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how much she paid for them, and they work fine.
Yeah.
And I'm sure these will work fine. Now, I want to answer Mater's question, but I had to find the hook I just had. I put it back. Okay.
You're actually keeping track of where you put your hooks?
Wait
a minute.
Okay, so the ergonomic hook is easier on your hand because the metal hooks that are just metal, you get a lot of fatigue when you're using them.
Okay.
because they're just not soft in your hands. When you have an ergonomic hook, it's made to fit a hand instead of just being a rod, and the stress is a little less.
And
Now,
if she holds hers like I do, so if you will hold them and
and
you
it's a
see,
knife. It's a
yeah,
knife.
you see where it is on the side of her hand
Right.
with the metal ones, you tend to get poking right there, or at least
Yeah.
I do.
Now,
So-
well, I have small hands, so they actually will fit. Most people are like this.
Yeah,
And
mine.
with that metal, it's hitting you here repeatedly. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, this brushed metal, I do not suggest clovers for people who just learn to crochet because it is very hard. It goes very fast and it's too fast sometimes for it. But if you take this, if you're experienced, it just glides off of here and you crochet faster. And I also find that your tension is better if you know how to do it. If you don't know how to crochet or you're brand new at crocheting, it sometimes your tension gets messed up because you're going too fast.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to call Grandpa out. Listen, we're not up here competing with anybody. We're not trying to do anything. Calling names because she made a comment that you were probably watching. Don't do that. This is not. We're out to get everybody. We don't care. If you want to come up on live, I'm sure Mater would be more than happy to let you. Keep
Yeah.
it clean. Keep it nice.
Yep.
I don't play that, and I know Mater doesn't either.
Nope. And one thing about with my channel is that I don't have, like I keep saying, besides my cigarettes, is my channel is about anything and everything. So we'll talk about anything, of course. I mean, got Shell on here. Okay, yeah, we're going to be talking about crocheting. You know, I could have Adam from Tampa on here. We're going to be talking about go-karts and mini bikes. We could have Justin on the channel. We'll be talking tool. Same with Power Stroke Jude. You know, Brandon, he comes on. We're going to be talking about repairing small engines. It's going to be about anything and everything. It's not just one particular stuff.
Yeah, this is my 6 mil prim
Mm-hmm.
that I'm working with today, and it's letting me use. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, the cotton.
Wrong
Yeah,
way.
I can see it.
But I'm using it and Trubu.
Mm-hmm.
Now this got froggy the other day.
Yeah, I saw that you were tearing it out
Yeah,
and it wasn't hooking because the
Trubu.
Red Heart is going to just tangle like crazy when you try to do something like that.
Yeah, see, I haven't. The last time I used Red Heart Scrubby, it was the actual full polyester, and it sliced right here and here. It sliced the webbing between my fingers and my thumb, and I just quit messing with it. I think I've got a half a ball somewhere, but I'm not worried about it. I think I'm going to get rid of it if I find it, because I would rather deal with fishing line than that.
Yeah.
Hey, Shell, did you see the ring I bought Crystal?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. A lot.
And the only time I'm not wearing it is when I'm asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you're not asleep right now.
no, and I had it on earlier when I was asleep, though.
Mm-hmm. But I want to try the prims because I've heard good things about them.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever used a tulip?
No, I have not.
Because I've never used a tulip either.
But the Yarnology from Hobby Lobby with the flower running down the side,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost identical.
Okay.
So if you can do that, but it will. But see, Mater, this is what I was talking about with the holder
Yeah, look at
right here.
Right.
With
Okay.
where
a
it's
metal,
going to hit.
yeah, with a metal one, it is a straight round, but it's got a point on the end. So I've actually had bruising there.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can't, especially if you're doing it for a long time or you're using a heavy yarn, that bruise will happen and it hurts.
Especially since I am right hand dominant, almost to the point of being handicapped when
Right.
it comes to doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. But Shell,
So,
one
yeah.
thing is, we were there at that. Well, we say when she and I were at the rally and everything, it's like, okay, wonder what everybody's gonna be thinking when we say, "Oh, I bought her a ring."
I thought you bought her a ring.
you thought he bought me this ring.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
you
thought
just.
he bought you a ring. What he did.
Yep.
Yep.
Because
Well, like she was
I've
saying,
learned a
some
long time
people
ago to
be
not
going.
make those kind of assumptions. You guys will do what you want to do when you want to do it, and nobody needs to assume you're doing things.
Thank you.
You're
Right,
welcome.
because you never want to. Hey, Shell, you know why you never want to assume anything?
Because you make an ass out of you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. That's an easy one.
Yeah. And I know that the other night, Tuesday night, I was going to say that Ed, the old tech guy, he had his string going with Jehu and Dale,
Mm-hmm.
and they wound up bringing up it was a movie quote, and they said, "Yeah, it comes from Full Metal Jacket." I go, "No, that comes from An Officer and a Gentleman, which it came out 5 years earlier."
Right.
And it was a quote, it's like, are you you must be it says, "Where are you from?" "Well, I'm from Oklahoma." "Well, there's only two things they got in Oklahoma, stairs and queers. I don't see no horns on you."
That's bad.
But yeah, it was Lou Gossett Jr. Saying it to Richard Gere in An Officer and a Gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it
I
was also
remember
used
that.
in Full Metal Jacket.
Right.
Yeah, see, and up here,
Actually,
we say that's the only thing that comes from Texas.
So my son sends me a thing. It looks like it's from I don't know if it's Arrow or Flash or whatever. And it says, "I asked so many people what LGBTQ stands for." And the guy he's talking to says, and he says, "So far, no one has given me a straight answer."
Yeah.
Hey,
That
Shell,
was cute.
hey, here's a question. Yeah. Hey, here's a good question for you. Why does Oklahoma license plate say Oklahoma is okay?
So they know how to spell it?
Because they don't know how to spell mediocre.
That's bad. That's okay. I had a boss that was from Iowa. And one of the guys I work with come up to him and says, "I hear Missouri has a new zoo." He says, "Yeah." He says, "Yeah, they put a fence around Iowa."
And bad.
It is bad. But it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're talking about the Aggies and everything earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know why the two Aggies drowned in the back end of the pickup truck?
Couldn't get the tailgate open.
Yep.
See, we were always, when I lived in Kentucky, we would always say, you hear about the two Hoosiers that drowned when their truck went off of the Kennedy Street Bridge. It's because they couldn't get the tailgate open. Yeah.
Do you know how to drive an Aggie crazy?
Keep asking them that question.
Put them in a round room, tell them to sweep the dirt out of the corner.
Oh, that's bad. That is bad. That is so
Hey,
bad.
here's a good one. Hey, here's one for you. A blonde, a brunette, and a redhead all fall off top of a 10-story building. Who hits the ground first?
Probably the brunette. The blonde
Yep.
will float.
No, the blonde got lost on the way down, and the redhead stopped to chew out the window washer for missing a spot.
Bad. Do you know what the difference is between the measles and a Michigan cheerleader?
About 2 spots.
Not every man in Michigan's had the measles.
Ow.
Ooh.
That's bad.
What was that one joke?
That is bad.
Bad thing is, I knew a couple of girls that, yeah, they went through the baseball, football, and basketball team,
Mm-hmm.
and there was not anybody on those teams that played more than one sport. And she went through the offensive and defensive line, plus the reserve for the football, which was a full team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Wow.
Some people's children. That's all I could say.
oh, I met her. She was like a year or two younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
Went to a football game. She was cheerleader. I was supporting her, and her brother was in the band, so I was supporting him more than her.
Mm-hmm.
Mom said, "Oh, aren't my kids great?" I said, "Yeah, your son's doing really good in the band." She goes, "Well, what about my daughter?" I was like, "Well, when she shuts her legs, she might be a decent person." I said, "But I've only ever seen her with her butt on the floor and her feet in the air, and somebody in between them."
Whoa. That's mean.
Well, she had not 5 seconds before to another friend of mine that she didn't know was a friend and didn't realize I was behind her. She had insulted my father and said he raised nothing but a bunch of white trash sluts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
Well, people who
I came that close to kicking her in the head.
people who do things always do that. It's called projection. You always get accused of doing things that other people are doing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Happens a lot.
Yeah. And I'm like, I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I had on a pair of steel toe boots too. That would have been so nice because she would have gone down and over. But
I just tell people like that I won't have a battle of wits with an unarmed person.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that was 98. I specifically went down to visit my dad that weekend, and he took me out to the game to support one of his friend's kids. We were sitting there behind her, and it was like, okay. When the game was over, I went and talked to the boy in the band and talked to him for a few minutes, and then I disappeared for about 3 years. Nobody in my hometown could find me.
Wow.
They thought I had died. So, yeah, when I say I can ghost, I can ghost. So, that's all there is to it.
Right.
Ooh, 10 o'clock already. So that means it's almost 11 your time, right, Shell?
Yeah, but that's normal.
Yeah,
That's normal.
you work a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, but you work home though, right?
Yeah, I work from home.
Lucky you. I don't get that opportunity.
I get to be doing that soon.
I have worked from home for years.
Well, at least you're never late to work.
That's true.
You don't have to worry about rush hour traffic.
Only thing I have to worry about is when the internet goes down, which has happened quite a bit.
Ugh.
Well, the guy came out. I just went to 1 gig internet, and the guy came out to set everything up. And he went up on the pole because he wasn't getting the readings. And a squirrel had chewed through the wire. So I was only getting about half of the internet I was supposed to get. And, there was no TV stations because he tried, with a cable box to see if he could even get TV stations. Because we didn't have TV. Because we don't watch it. And so he brought a cable box out and wanted to try it. Nothing. Went out there and checked that line. He brought the line in and showed it to me where the squirrel had chewed through it. So now I have 1 gig internet and it works really good.
Yay. The last time I had a squirrel eat through something, my daughter was 4 days old and we were in my hometown visiting my mother.
Uh-huh.
It ate through the box, the actual electrical box on the outside of my apartment in Oklahoma City.
Wow.
Yeah, it was down. We were upstairs. It was downstairs and over one apartment where it chewed through.
Mm-hmm.
They knocked in my door because we didn't tell anyone we had left to go see my mom. They knocked on the door thinking that the baby was in there. So, and my daughter had started screaming at 7 o'clock in the morning. She stopped at 7:30. Less than 1 minute after she stopped screaming, my landlord called me.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, where are you at? I said, I'm at my mother's in Chickasha. She goes, oh, thank God. Are you okay? I was like, yeah, why? She told me what happened. I was like, yeah, we left this morning. We left early this morning.
Yeah. Wow.
No, we left the night before. So.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
So I just got a message from one of my friends. She's supposed to get off work at 11.
Mm-hmm.
And the night manager won't lock the doors until 11, which means that they'll have people coming in until they close. So she has to stay later than 11. She's not happy, and I don't blame her.
No,
Yeah.
I worked and I was supposed to leave at 9 o'clock on the dot.
Mm-hmm.
And we locked the doors at 9 o'clock. Guess who still had an open drawer because the one that was supposed to stay there till after 9, the manager on duty was her best friend and counted her drawer down. I looked at her. I said, count my drawer. She goes, why? I said, because I'm supposed to leave at now. And I was sick. I was sick. I was trying not to throw up and everything else. And I had customers say, you okay? I was like, no. I said, I don't feel well. I said, I'll drive you home. I was like, I'm about to clock out on her.
Wow.
I said, it's 9:05. I'm done. I'll shut my register down.
Yep.
I don't blame you.
And I called my boss and said, yeah.
No.
I just walked out on her because she and explained everything. He goes, yeah, we'll take care of that.
So I'm looking at something. Okay, this is not one that I saw. I have a friend that has an issue going on. And I had to make sure that everything was okay. A non YouTube, non Facebook friend.
An actual real life friend.
A real friend. I have lots of those too.
Do you know how rare that is anymore?
I know, but I have them because, and I have like all these robotics, not my kids.
Oh yeah.
So one of my robotics kids was just named a junior marshal, the assistant chief junior marshal at the school, which is a high honor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been his like stellar week. He got that, and he got his Eagle Scout, and opened a new playground for the kids at the elementary school that's named after him. So, because he went in and redid it and did an outdoor classroom.
Nice.
Yes.
How many Not My Kids do you have?
Just a second. If you count the 2 teams over the 3 years, I have about 220 kids, not my kids.
Okay.
And the kids on other teams that are not my kids.
See, and
Yes.
I've got about 15 Not My Kids.
Because I have the teams we've had for the past 4 years now, plus our brother teams in Goldsboro and Raleigh. We're sitting there and one kid from another team across the state yells, "Hey, not my mom!" And when we went to Houston, we're walking by these people, and I think they were from Arkansas, is what they told me. And they had Robot Mom and Robot Dad on their shirt. And they walked past me and turned around and looked at my back of my shirt because their kids were laughing and told them to look. The back of my shirt said, "Not my mom," and they thought that was hilarious. I'm like, you can be the Robot Mom and Robot Dad. I'm not my mom. But I'm not my mom. Did I tell you how I got that name? We're at a state championship. And they're arguing with each other, and they're tired. It's the end of the day. And it's the second day of the championship. And they're telling on each other and whining and crying. And I said, "Look, I love you all, but I am not your mom." So now they call me not my mom.
I'll take a Not My Mom like you.
Mm-hmm. I love it. We have so much fun. And, we do little things like the scouting team felt like they weren't being valued. So we made a scouting award. We made certain things. We had hats that nobody else had. We were special and we drilled into these people, hey, look, without us doing our job, they can't do their job because they don't know anything about the other teams.
Mm-hmm.
They come to us to know who to pick in the finals. Because you get picked on, and you pick 3 teams. The top 8 teams get to pick who they want to be with in the finals, paired. And it's like a round robin thing. They go down the list, back up the list, and then back down the list again. And so, the team that, like when we were there, the Gorillas picked us, and then they wanted to know who to pick for the third. Well, they asked the scouters, who should we pick? Because we had all the information. Yeah. And we told them who to pick. And it was the best fit for us.
Good.
Because you don't want somebody that can do exactly what you can do. You want somebody that can do. We needed a defensive robot because we could shoot all day long and shoot from a position where no one could touch us. But the other robot on our team couldn't. We needed a robot that would defend them. And that's what we picked. And we were great.
Yep.
A lot of strategy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of teaching kids how to do a lot of things. Some of these kids, before they come to us, have never picked up a wrench in their life. And they have to build a robot. Yeah. So we teach them how to build a robot. And then we teach them all kinds of things. We teach them business. We teach them how to make a presentation, things like that. How to do the scouting, how to go talk to other people, how to work with other people.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool. I love it. And, I think you guys would enjoy going to a robotics competition because it's a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and these kids are hilarious. Where else can you see 15,000 nerds dancing at a robotics competition?
I've seen the, Battle of the Robots?
Like BattleBots, yeah.
BattleBots, yeah. I've seen those. It's amazing what these guys will come up with just to go out there and try and destroy another one.
Right.
Mhm.
Now, we're not allowed to destroy. In fact, if you hurt, quote unquote, hurt another robot, damage another robot, that's a foul and you can actually be disqualified. And we had
Okay.
a team accidentally knock over another robot in a final and they got disqualified. And it was it was so heartbreaking because it was
Ooh.
an accident. So gracious professionalism and cooperation are the bywords in FIRST Robotics. Gracious professionalism is that you treat people the way you want to be treated. There's no chest beating like there is in football and other sports. You cheer for other teams. You help other teams. And cooperation is if a robot breaks, you might be going up against this team 2 or 3 matches down the road, but you help them fix their robot, even if they're going to beat you.
Yep.
And that is what these kids learn. They learn to work together. They learn what the real world is like, where you have to cooperate with people you might not like
Mm-hmm.
Called teamwork.
to get something done. Yes.
Teamwork.
And it is just really fun. And they get to meet really not just important people in science and technology. will.i.am of the Black Eyed Peas
Mm-hmm.
goes to Houston every year. We met and talked to him every year. There's a couple other people, actors and actors that started on robotics teams. And you know the kid that was killed who stopped the Kendrick Castillo in Colorado that stopped the mass shooting at the high
Yeah.
school and he died. He was
Mhm.
the first robotics student.
Wow.
He was on the robotics team. And, this is something I recommend for every kid. You go to these competitions, they are fun. They're exciting. You might not think that they are, but they are. And they
Yep.
play a game. The game is designed and set up every year. Usually you have to shoot an object through something, whether you have to shoot it through a port. We've done frisbees, we've done basketballs, we've done beach balls, we've done volleyballs, we've done these huge balls you have to climb. There's all kinds of things you have to do in the game, and it's fun. Last year, our kids actually built a cannon that would shoot like a Nerf volleyball 70
Uh-huh.
feet
Oh, nice.
accurately.
Very
Accurately.
nice. That right there is the accuracy is what's hard.
Yes,
Yep.
and we could go through the second and into the third ring, and you'd have to see this to know how it is. It's a very small. The ring is barely bigger than the ball, and we
Wow.
would get through it. So it is really great. I'll send you a link sometime on Facebook to a couple of the YouTube videos where you can watch our team, and I'll tell you the team number so you can check it out. And you
Okay.
can watch the robot with that cannon on it. It is fantastic.
So when do they do that in Houston?
Well, the robotics season starts in January, and the world competition is usually the second or third week in April, depending. Now, it was canceled this year and last year because of COVID.
Right.
But usually I'm in Houston around the 15th of April. That week is
And you
usually
don't
when
wanna
I
go
can.
home.
Yeah.
And I
Like,
don't
that's
want to go
that's my
home.
hometown. Yeah, that's my hometown.
Yes. Well, it's at the George R. Brown every year. And they have 2 competitions because it is so huge. There are there's 4,000 teams that go to Houston and probably 4,000 teams that go to Detroit. They have to split it up because it's so big.
Wow.
And depending on where you're at, you're
It's where you
assigned.
go.
And we go to Houston. Now, normally Israel goes to Houston, but if it falls on Passover, they get permission to go to Detroit because they can't travel during Passover.
Yeah.
So the year that it falls on, we've had not this past year, it fell on it. We didn't have it, so it didn't matter. But this past year, Israel went to Detroit, or were going to go to Detroit instead of going to Houston.
Right.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite teams, they have the Holy Cows. And they're a team from a high school in California. And it is hilarious because they make little halos with cow ears. It's like a headband with a halo and cow ears. And
Oh,
they
that
wear
sounds
them.
adorable.
Yep.
And, I had really good conversations with their coach. Because I always told my kids that, if you do what is right, winning will come. And I told them all that year, that's what I kept telling them. You do what's right, winning will come. We go to the World Championships and we are a chairman's finalist, which is unheard of for a 5-year-old team.
Damn.
Sweet.
Winning came
That's
because
nice.
we did what was right.
Mm-hmm.
And 48% of our kids are autistic. We will not tell you which ones are autistic. That's up for you to find out. Because to us, they're just our kids.
Yep.
Now, some of them, it's kind of obvious. Others, you would never guess.
Huh.
And the year that we won chairman's, people couldn't believe it. Our driver was autistic, and they never knew it.
Huh.
Because we wouldn't tell them.
No.
Now,
It's none of their business.
the best scouter I ever had was autistic, but you knew she was autistic, and she would stand up in front of other teams and she would tell them, I am what this team is about. I am autistic. This is what we're about. They have given me a chance. I've learned to associate and to interact with people my own age and just people in general. They have given me an ease in social situations I never had. And it's fantastic. I absolutely love it because these kids learn so much, and acceptance. And that's the thing on our team. There is no name calling.
Mm-mm.
Everybody's a friend and everybody's accepted. And our credo is there's room for everybody in the boneyard because it's boneyard robotics.
Right.
And that is generally how our kids feel. You're never going to get, and we had people say, well, aren't your kids retarded? I'm like, you obviously don't know what autism is. Autistic kids are some of the smartest kids you'll ever meet.
Yeah. Yep. It depends on where they're at on the spectrum. And
yes.
Now, what is commonly called retarded, I do not believe.
No.
It means they have a mental block that prevents them from being able to get past a certain stage. And that can happen at any point in time for any reason, whether they were born that way or they were hit upside the head too many times.
Well, 95 to 98% of our kids are high functioning.
Mm-hmm.
But we will get some that are not high functioning. And they're still part of the team.
Yeah, you work within what they are able to do.
And that's what they do.
Yeah.
And, with Michaela, she's really good at numbers. She's good at science.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not good at the social interaction.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing for her was scouting because it's a lot of, you have to understand how a robot works.
It's a lot of analytics.
So much analytics, so much statistics.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to understand strategy. But one of the things we did is that autistic kids are really great at technology, but they suck at spreadsheets. So instead of using a spreadsheet system, when we did our scouting, we drew the field.
Yeah.
And they would keep track of the robot on the field. Did the robot score? Did the robot do this? Did the robot do that? And every year we do pencil and paper instead of technology
Mm-hmm.
because it was the best thing for them because what they saw on the paper was what was right on the field.
Yep.
And they could draw it and they could mark down he shot it in this goal. It wasn't some abstract on a piece of paper. They could really see what was there.
Mhm.
Our scouting improved so much that other teams wanted to know our secret. And when we told them, they couldn't believe it. Like,
Yep.
this is so simple. Just, they need to see it. What they
Yep.
see, they can do.
Yep.
And we actually, this past year, not this year, but last year, started a scouting collaborative where we teach new teams how to scout. And we tell them, we don't care. You can use all the technology you want, but this is what's going to work.
Yeah.
And it works every year.
Yeah.
Looks like the field. It's great. I love these kids.
Yeah. I have to see to learn. So that's why the YouTube was really good when I started crocheting.
Yeah, because you're a visual learner.
Yeah,
That's the way I am.
Mhm.
I'm more a visual than an auditory, but I can also. I'm about a 55 visual,
Mhm.
45 audio, but I can sit there and hear somebody, 30 foot away say instructions on something. I can turn around and do it without looking at them.
Right. Well, I don't like to just read how to do it. I want to see you do it, or I want to hear you explain it. Reading it isn't necessarily going to get it
Hey,
for
Frank.
me. Hey, Frank.
Hey,
But
Frank.
if I can see you do it, or I can hear what you're doing, it's
Mhm.
different. And if I can see and hear you, which
A lot
YouTube is
better.
great about, it's a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, when I started learning how to do blankets in the round, but it's the solid grannies in the round, because there's it's all in a nutshell is the one I use, and I literally, you start with the granny square, but instead of finishing and then going up a row, you add a couple of stitches and it just continues around and around.
Right.
And I had to watch that like 4 or 5 times to get the beginning 2 rounds down. After that, it's good.
Right. Well, when I teach the kids when we teach, because my scouters teach them
Mhm.
how to keep score and how to scout, we actually put the match up on the big TV, put the thing up on the computer, and mark it as it's going so they actually see and hear us do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't forget how to do it.
Yep.
Because we've done the visual and we've done the hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much better than just reading it. And they don't forget how to do it. You got to show them.
Yep. We'll have to get up there, and I'll have to have a shirt that says "Looking for Not My Mom."
It would be great. And, if we go to Houston next April, come on down to Houston. And, we'll meet up. You can go see the world of it because it's free to get in. And
Right.
you can come see the world matches, meet us. You can meet some of my amazing Not My Kids. And it is just a blast.
Crystal probably like the trip down there on the bike.
Well, my kids love it because that means they get a week off from school, because in the state of North Carolina, they introduced a bill, and now robotics is looked at as a sport. So the kids get excused absences.
Yay!
And they
Ooh, nice.
actually can wear their robotic shirts as part of the school uniform.
Oh, double yay!
Good.
Yes.
Yep.
So they don't have to wear the polo. They can wear the robotic shirts.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we make sure we have 3 every year.
Good.
So some of these kids have
Hey,
12 and 15 shirts.
Well, Kel, I feel like this. I know. I don't know if you heard, but Crystal and I we're going to be going to the Lone Star Rally in
Oh, cool.
Galveston.
Oh, cool.
So
When is
yeah,
that?
it's the first week of November.
Okay.
So she'll get a chance to see the Gulf of Mexico finally.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been
Ye-
land bound my entire life.
You know what I think you should do? I think you should
What's
take her
that?
through Louisiana on 10. Go through the Atchafalaya Basin. The highway
Maybe.
is surrounded by water.
Is that the one that goes over Lake Pontchartrain?
No, Lake Pontchartrain's on the other side of it. The Atchafalaya Basin stretches from right outside of New Orleans to Breaux Bridge. It is really far, and you go over it. The highway is basically built on the marsh.
I think I've been over it.
You might have. It's Highway 10.
I couldn't tell you because it was
Well-
dark when I was driving. So
Mm-hmm.
It might be she might see that if we take the bike to Key West.
Uh-huh.
I still want to go back there. Someone got a bike going. Go across
Yeah, I
Crockett.
can hear that. I heard that.
Yeah,
that
I heard
ain't
that
here.
cross
That's right
Crockett.
outside. It's out outside my window. Sure
Yeah.
was.
I can definitely tell it wasn't no V twin.
Nope. So if you let me see here. I'm waiting for it to come out to get bigger here. But if you come see me, depending on how you come
Come
from where you're come from where you're at, you go across 20. Well, coming from where you're at, you would go across 20
Okay.
into Montgomery, and then come up 85 to Atlanta and across 20 again, and then on into South Carolina, North Carolina, and go to 95. But if you're from Houston, you're going to go down 10
Right.
until you get to what is this, 55? Trying to look at, the 55 right outside of Mobile. But we make that trip every year, and we drive it in 24 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah, because we can't leave until right before the kids leave on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to be there in that 24 hours. So yeah, we make that drive in 24 hours. 3 of us in the car taking turns driving.
Non-stop.
Hop in, 2 sleep, 1 drive, and pull
Yep.
over, get gas, switch people.
Yep. And you're right. We stop. We'll eat in the car most of the time, but we do stop for dinner. Because you got to get out, stretch your legs and everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we just, make that trip every year.
Well, see,
Hey, Shell?
if we make the trip, it's going to be around the time the tent sale is.
Well, I've got something to keep Mater busy while we go to the tent sale.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not working on a car.
Yes, you are.
I'm not bringing tools.
But I will pay you good money to fix that car. Probably finance your trip.
I'm staying out of that part.
Let me sleep on it. About 3 years.
No, not 3 years. You could have fun. You could have a lot of fun.
Let's see. It depends
I
on
can
how
have
much.
a lot of fun. I can say I can have a lot of fun and not even be up there and be here.
I know you could. You could have a blast there in Ennis.
Yeah.
But
So,
would you
but
really want me driving that far by myself?
but we
No.
could go to the tent sale. And the other thing is, we could go down to Jacksonville. I got a friend who lives down there who's got a Boss 302 that you'd like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know, if I win that lottery, I don't play.
Yeah.
I have a Dodge Challenger with a Hellcat wide body and a 6-speed
Oof.
and a turbocharged V8.
Ooh. No, Frank, he's not too fond of working on cars because he did it for a living, so he does it because he has to. Now
I
he's
don't
got
mind
a
it. Yeah.
project car to fix.
Mm-hmm.
That pretty little Duster.
Yeah.
No, it's fun.
I don't mind. I have no problem with them.
Mm-hmm. My
Yeah,
grandparents
but
had
I've
a
got
Duster.
you forgot the Challenger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she totally forgot about the Challenger I've got.
Now, see, if I had a 2021 Challenger like I wanted, you'd come up to drive it. You know you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Shell, I don't have one of those Challengers.
I'm pretty sure you don't, but you would come up to
No.
drive that one. Now, I might drive yours.
I don't know if you'd want to drive mine.
Why?
Well, for one thing, I don't have it built.
Well, you should build it.
1,500 for the roll cage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If
Yep.
I won that lottery that I don't play, you could afford to
Yeah.
fix it.
You and
To
me both.
build
know.
it.
Now,
Come on.
do you know what kind of Challenger it is, or
No.
what it was?
No.
How about
I'm just tormenting you.
It was a 71 340 4-speed Challenger.
Okay.
And you'll never believe how much I paid for the car.
How much? Nothing? Cool.
Nothing. It was given to me.
Well, I told you what I wanted as long as it's not yellow.
Speaking of which, have you heard the latest word as far as a TV show getting rebooted?
I heard something about it, that they were in talks. Is it going to be?
No, they are actually filming Nash Bridges.
Yeah, that's what I say. Is it going to be rebooted? Are they going to
No.
use the same car?
They're using.
Or sets of cars? Because you know there were 3 of them.
I know what
And
I'm
the
saying.
last one was a 73.
Yeah, and none of them were Hemis at all.
No, none of them have a real Hemi in them.
Right, and
But
actually there was
The
4
one they
cars there.
drove in Phantasm did have a Hemi in it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But actually for Nash Bridges, the original series there were actually 4 cars. One of them was an actual hardtop that they actually made into convertible.
Right.
Right, but
My favorite episode was when Joe gets to drive it for the first time and wrecks it.
Yep.
Mm.
but the
Yes.
one car they used, like when you saw them, whenever you saw them and they were actually sitting in the car, and it wasn't a camera outside, but like a camera inside the car, looking
Right.
up at them. I've actually sat in that car.
Cool.
That particular car, I've sat in. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. But
Frank, I didn't
no,
know they
the
took
Challenger
Dexter off. When y'all
But
guys
from what I
were talking
understand,
about
they
it.
are.
Mm-hmm.
But so what I've seen, the pictures, is that they're actually going to be using a yellow convertible Challenger.
Mm.
And they don't make a convertible Challenger.
No, they don't.
No. And they're only doing that because they don't make CUDA anymore. Since
Yeah.
there's no more Plymouth.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Don Johnson and Cheech Marin are
Mhm.
signed on.
Now, my grandfather drove a Charger. I loved
What
it.
year?
I had to think about this. I think of how old I was when he passed. It's probably in 83 or in 84. But he had Chargers most of my life.
Hmm.
So he's had many years, when.
Okay.
And my cousin had a Roadrunner.
Mimi, Roadrunner.
Love that car. And I had a cousin that had a Satellite.
Same car.
Mm-hmm.
That is okay. Can you in 1970? Can you name all 5 Plymouth cars that is the same body but different names?
I don't know if I can name all 5 of them.
Go for it.
We have the Satellite, the Roadrunner. What's the other one? Charger. Well, not Charger.
Nope. That's Dodge. I said by
I know.
Plymouth, not Dodge.
I know, but I'm trying to think. No,
Yeah,
I
but like I
can't.
said, they were all, but it was the same body.
Yeah,
They
but
were all the same body.
mm-hmm. Barracuda.
Nope.
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 Nope. I can't.
Okay. You had your Plymouth Belvedere,
Mm-hmm.
Plymouth Satellite,
Mm-hmm.
Roadrunner,
Mm-hmm.
GTX, and then the last one was your Superbird. In 1970, they were all the same body. They started off
Mm-hmm.
same body, but different names.
Oh yeah.
And the
What is it,
Superbird was nothing more than a Roadrunner on steroids.
Well, and what cracked me up is a PT Cruiser.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the what was the Dodge? They're the same car, different bodies.
The HHR?
No.
No,
Okay.
that's Chevy.
I know.
There's a Dodge car. Not the Stratus. I had a Stratus. Craig?
Stratus and Sebring are the same.
Yes, I had a Stratus. Oh, hold on. It was
PT
Oh,
Cruiser
yeah.
was by Plymouth.
No, that's Chrysler.
Okay.
had one.
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
It was
PT.
braided
That was-
Chrysler.
that was the only car. That was the only. No, that was the only thing that they made. There was nothing.
No, it's a totally different body. I mean, the body is totally different. The Dodge Neon.
Oh,
The Dodge Neon,
and
if
the
you
Cruiser.
take the body off, the rest of the frame and the engine and everything else of a PT Cruiser was the same as a Dodge Neon. Just
Okay.
different bodies.
Hey,
Yeah.
here's a question: when they stopped making the Neon, what replaced it?
That I don't know.
Do you, Crystal?
Not
I
a
had
clue.
a Stratus, but it could be that. I don't know.
Nope.
Not a clue.
Dodge Caliber. Nope. the
Caliber?
Dodge Caliber. Yep.
Which is
Yeah,
just
I can believe that.
yeah. And that's
Yeah.
when I first saw that,
That's
I was
what
like,
I've got.
it's my Cruiser.
Mhm.
Changed,
Yeah.
but it's my Cruiser. The first
Right.
time I
And
saw
see,
that,
I've
and I was
got
like,
the- right.
ah.
Right. And see,
Mhm.
that's what I've got. I've got the Dodge Caliber.
Right. No, they're nice.
Yeah.
And you know, my
There's no
grandfather.
Mhm.
My grandfather had a '55 Chevy. But every car after that Chevy was a Dodge. My dad always had GM products or a Dodge. I am a firm believer in. I don't have a favorite car. I mean, I like different cars, but I'm a firm believer in the way you drive dictates what kind of car you should buy. My dad could not drive a Ford to save his life. I've never had a trouble with a Ford. I've never had trouble with a Dodge. My dad could drive a Dodge. I've never had trouble with a Subaru. My dad couldn't drive a Subaru to save his life, but he could do GM products. You know, it just depends on how you drive.
If it's an automatic and it's for general use, not like a semi or something, I haven't had a problem with it. Now, I cannot run the Millennial anti-theft device.
I love the Millennial anti-theft device, and that's why I want Mater to fix my car.
I know. Oh no, Frank, I don't.
Lexus is not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I had an idiot Lexus behind me today.
Mhm.
I was driving south. They were on. I turned. They were behind me when I turned. Going down the road, I get up to speed because there's a very long stretch where there's no lights. So I get up to the 40 I'm supposed to. They're on the driver's side. Get to the highway. I don't have to. I have to stop. Well, they slow down before the highway to get in my lane. And then when they get behind me, they're going to cross over to go turn right. No, they get right. They literally get behind me. And they are just barely far back enough that I can see the emblem on the grill.
Wow.
Just
People are stupid.
Yeah.
That's all I
What
can
kind of
say.
Toyota was it? Hey, sweetie, what kind of Toyota was it?
No, it was a Lexus.
It was a Lexus.
Yeah, I'm saying, what kind of Toyota was it?
a dumb idiot. Because I turned into the
Because
McDonald's.
yeah, because a lot of people don't realize Toyota makes Lexus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
They
know,
also
I know
make the Altimas too.
the what?
Yeah.
Altima.
Oh, Ultima, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that I know. But I
Yes.
turned into
Yeah.
Well-
McDonald's. 2 blocks later, they turned into the side road that leads to one of the hospitals here.
So when my dad got his Dodge conversion van, he told me he bought it because it was the only American-made car. I laughed in his face,
Mm-hmm.
took him out to the car, told him to pop the hood, and told him to look at his engine. Had a Mitsubishi engine in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3.0.
Yeah, because, you know, Three Diamonds, Dodge owns Mitsubishi.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, this is not.
American made.
Now,
Yeah.
you might like Hondas. Hondas are good cars.
They work.
I cannot drive a Honda to save my life.
This one runs. That's all I. That's
Well,
what.
and
I
that's okay. That's fine. That's what makes it a good car for you. It's not that I dislike Hondas. I honestly believe there are
It's,
certain cars you can drive, and I know what I can drive.
and for you,
Yep.
the Honda is not it.
The Honda is not it.
For me, the one kind I don't like and don't drive them, if it's got a bow tie on it or a blue
Yes,
oval,
Frank.
I
Dodge
don't-
is owned by
I
Fiat.
don't drive handicap.
But you know, I have no trouble with a Ford. I had a Ford Festiva.
Mm-hmm.
I got in college. Okay. 10 years, 2 kids, a husband, and 212,000 miles later, I got rid of it because it was too small and it still ran.
Mm-hmm.
And it
I
had a millennial anti-theft device in it too.
Okay, I had a 64 Chevy 3/4 ton pickup, standard cab.
Well, Frank, I
I
think that Hondas are good cars, just not for me.
I just have a
I'll point
generic
this up.
99
Right.
Civic.
For me, the whole time I had that truck it was almost every year I'd have to put a new engine in it. And then when I got my Dodge pickup, that's kind of burnt oil, used a little bit extra gas and everything, but that thing had lots of power.
Yeah.
So you
mean,
and Chevy
I
don't
could
get
have-
along. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
For example, like this, I use that truck to pull the race car with. Okay,
Mhm.
I could have the race car on the trailer, the bed of the truck totally loaded down with everything we needed. I could pull up to a stoplight or stop sign. I could take off with the truck fully loaded like that, and I could still smoke the rear tires, no problem. And not only are you getting the smoke off the tires, you're getting the smoke out of the exhaust from burnt oil.
Well, you all know the favorite thing I like about this Saturn is that it has a Millennial anti-theft device in it.
Mm-hmm.
The second most favorite thing I like about it is that even though it's a small size SUV, it doesn't have a
It's
four
paid for.
banger in it. It's got a 6 in it.
Yay.
Well,
I do not like four bangers.
hey, Shell,
Hmm.
there's also one other thing you should like about it. It's paid off, right?
Yes, it is paid off. But see, that's why it has a brand new clutch in it. It has a brand new throttle plate in it. It has 4 brand new tires, and there's not a single scratch on the body. And it's 2007. It is well worth fixing
Yeah.
because it's paid
Yeah.
off.
Frank, I've seen Toyotas pull some loads and they've done good. And then I've seen some that they couldn't pull anything if you had they couldn't even pull a truck bed full.
Mhm.
And they were both brand new, less than 2 years old. And it was the driver couldn't do it. I got in the one that had the truck bed full that they couldn't move. I got in there, had no problems. The other guy had a trailer. I said, get it on a straight road and I'll do it because I've never pulled a trailer before. And had no problems moving it. I moved it better than the owner.
Well, and it does depend on drivers and things like that. I'll never forget. My sister and her husband had a 6-cylinder, and their car labored climbing Mount Afton. Okay?
Okay.
So she told me the first time I went to visit them, she told me you might have trouble because you only have a little 4-cylinder. Well, I had a 4-cylinder with a 5-speed in it. Okay? I zoomed up that mountain. I passed them, and I was at the top of the mountain before they were halfway up.
Yep. It's
Because
the way
I
to
knew
drive.
how to do it. And I had a stick, and I had the power when I needed it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, your
That's
husband
one
needs
thing-
to take a running start.
That's one thing I liked about my little Dakota pickup I had.
Mhm.
Had 92, it was a 92 Dakota pickup, standard cab, but it had the 2.5 4-cylinder in it, 5-speed. And to this day, I still wish I had not traded that truck off
Mhm.
because when I lived in the colony with my first wife, we made a trip from there out to Memphis for an air show.
Mhm.
I filled that truck up and everything with gas before we got on the road. We were about halfway between Little Rock and Memphis. And mind you, we were cruising 70, 75, sometimes 80 with air conditioner going. But I had to stop between Little Rock and Memphis to get gas, and I was down to a quarter of a tank.
See, you make me laugh because when my sister lived in San Antonio, I left San Antonio and did not have to gas up until I was in Memphis in that little Ford Festiva.
Mm-hmm.
I filled my gas tank up once, and then once
Yep.
when I got home. That was it.
Yep.
I love that car. I got 40 to 45 miles a gallon. Love
Yeah.
that car.
I left the
I don't know
Buc-ee's
what I
at
was getting right.
3 miles
Yeah.
south
I don't know
of
what I
here,
was getting with my truck.
Mhm.
and I got home on that one tank of gas.
Mhm.
250 miles, and I still had a quarter tank.
Yep. So I drove a Dodge Journey for the first time on Tuesday because I borrowed my
Ooh.
friend's Dodge Journey to go pick Jeremy up because I needed the room because his stuff wouldn't fit in our car. And it was okay, but it wasted a lot of gas, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
You know,
it's a fit.
it should not take a half a tank of gas to get to Raleigh. It's only
No.
90 miles away.
No.
I'm like, I don't know if I like this car. So, I don't know. Of course, I know that with the Challenger, with that Hellcat wide body, I wouldn't get near that gas mileage, but that's okay.
But you get
Because
there
I
in a
have the
hurry.
power. I have the power.
That would be your fun car.
That's my fun car.
Yeah.
Of course, if I won that lottery, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot, if I won that lottery, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Mm. Well, I told Craig I'd buy him a truck and I'd buy me a SUV for running around, and I'd buy that Challenger for the fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Shell, I will admit, I know I already won the lottery.
Oh, because you won Crystal?
Yeah.
See, I knew that was
I got the
good.
love lottery.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yep, I'll take that one over the cash because it's
Yes.
a lot more stable.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
this,
Yeah,
one,
I still,
this one is depending.
Well, I would rather be poor and happy than rich and miserable.
Exactly.
and
Any
that's
day.
the one thing that she loves about me is the fact that I've got a stable house, I've got a stable job, and everything. And she's not, trying to change me, or have me be something I'm not. And
Yeah, I flipped
I've
him
been-
out when we were at DOH because he bought some freedom seeds for his boomstick,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and he was like, I looked at him, I was like, you have fun, get what you need or want. I said, I'm a little sore, so I'm going to sit down for a minute. I didn't argue with him. I didn't tell him he didn't need it. I said, you get what you want. You do what you want. It's yours. And he asked me, what, about 30 minutes later after you put him in the bike? He's like, how come you didn't argue with me or tell me not to get him? I was like, because you collecting the boomsticks and the freedom seeds to go with them is part of who you are.
Yeah.
And I love you as you are. So why am I
Yep.
going to try and change who you are?
Right.
That's kind of stupid.
Right.
I wouldn't be dating
Right.
you if you weren't who you are.
And that's
Right.
what's good. That is what's
Yep.
good.
And he literally about fell out.
Yeah. And that's what I love about her, because she, I don't have to try and pretend to be somebody else. I'm just being me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, too many people who pretend to be somebody else and they get married and you find out who they really are, kind of thing. Don't ever pretend to be somebody else. Just be yourself, always.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
The cat.
Are you supposed to be up there?
It's like the third
Cat's
time she's
been up
been up
there
there
all
since
the
you got
time.
on.
Yeah.
Well, they're allowed on the far counter because that's where their food is, where the dog won't eat it.
Oh no,
But
she
Ah.
3 different
Yeah, I
times
knew
she's
she
been
was up there, but I kind of ignored her the first time.
Yeah.
That's my grand cat.
That's your grand fur baby.
Yeah, it's my grand fur baby. It's Gage's cat.
Right.
So
Well, it's
But-
going on 11 o'clock, and it's getting to be bedtime. And I still got, talking about cats, I still got the outside cats out front I got to take care of, because one of them is now, it went from being one mouth to 5.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
We won't be able to do that once I get back down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I asked someone to make phone calls and get that taken care of, and that didn't happen. It was like all of a sudden now there's 4 more little mouths to feed.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get down there, that will be taken care of.
Yeah, mine are fixed.
Yeah.
So, Crystal, stay on for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Anyway.
right. So, yeah, I appreciate
I
everybody that showed up. I'm going to shut this down. Like I said, it's school night, but I appreciate everybody that's been showed up. So, till next time, and I will be letting everybody know more information as far as when I find out from the person that's wanting to be a sponsor of my channel. So, until next time,
Cool.
take it easy. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.